ethno practices in small ruminants. Especially nowadays, this ethno EVM has taken, previously the EVM was used to be the back, in the treatment, EVM was used to be the back step, and many people were not aware of this, but now from the past decade, the importance of EVM is there it has increased, and there is a lot to do to increase the awareness of this EVM because of many even WHO also has recommended there is a increase in antimicrobial resistance, and there is more recurrence of the diseases, and this especially with whatever the ingredients we usually use at home. With that, we can start the primary first aid treatment for the many of the diseases before, and our primary aim is objective is prevention is better than cure. So whenever we find the initial symptoms, if we are able to treat the animal whenever there is an initial stages, then with local remedies, it is very helpful, especially in case of some these things like mastitis. Sometimes we are losing the animal, the production is hampered a lot. So initial stages of any disease condition, it is always better to follow the EVM, and also it can be used as a supplementary, as a single term treatment, and also as a supplementary treatment along with the general treatment. And we also have the standard treatment guidelines for all the species. So this can be used as a supplementary treatment for the different diseases. And the most important thing is the recurrence of the disease can be controlled with this, and it is also very economical and very easily available, and this is a medicine, the treatment protocol which is present in our traditional system, and we are using it from many years. But the scientific validation of the protocols, there is because of that there is we need awareness regarding that. So, if ethnoveterinary medicine, if we want to define, it is a natural healing force within each one of us. So, every one of us, whenever we have any problem, we should always think that it will be. There's an innate force in us that we want to get well soon, and that food, whatever we are taking, should be our medicine, and medicine should not be our food. And coming to this. Ayurveda teaches us to live in harmony with ourselves, others, and the environment to achieve the true well-being. So this is not only concerned with one sector; it is a harmony with the environment. So the World Health Organization defines this traditional herbal medicine as a sum total of knowledge, skills, practices based on the different theories, beliefs. Especially beliefs are also very important. Experiences are not only used in maintenance of health as well as in the prevention, diagnosis, improvement, treatment, and physical and mental illness. So it is not only related to it is will protect the total ecosystem. So elements of ethnoveterinary practices, so that's like application of natural products, appeal to the spiritual forces, manipulation and surgery. For small wound treating, like surgery doesn't mean that the small wound treatment and all we can it is possible, and use we have some more medicines where we can treat the wounds also. So for these natural products, and nowadays there is awareness regarding the organic food, organic farming, because it is very sustainable, and it is natural products. Our use of natural products has become as per today. The whole world is looking for the natural products, and nowadays the share of natural products in the total trade has also increased in a larger percentage, not only in India but throughout the world. The use of nutraceuticals has increased to such an extent to such an extent in all fields, if you are not only taking the medicine and all this thing, in all the fields, the use of natural products has increased and the awareness also increased because of this pesticide pollution and all these things. Now there is a lot of awareness on using the natural products. And under this, we have plants and byproducts, edible earth and minerals, parts and products of animals, and other products such as which are not which can be prepared at home. So coming to the advantages and disadvantages, and that is of pros and cons of these things, is advantages. It is freely available. So previously, during previously what they used to take whenever they feel anything, there was this particular knowledge was there with the local healers. So local healers, whenever there is a problem, they used to go to the local healers. They used to go to the forest and pick up some plant material, and they used to grind and give to this. So it is like freely available. So here there is freely available. So here there is a difference between wild and cultivated. So previously it was wild. Whenever there is a problem, they used to go to the forest and take up search for that particular plant, and they used to use it as a medicine. And now, because of knowing what are the important medicinal uses of these plants and all, so we have started so many. There is an encouragement to the farmers that along with this cash crops and commercial crops and these things, they have also started. Now there is a lot percentage of farmers who are growing the medicinal plants. So it is a cultivation of the medicinal plants, and herbs has also increased. So whenever we say the cultivation, it does even our spices like aniseed, pepper, all these also come under. So the cultivation, this thing, and what is the percentage of the active ingredient present in that. So now as the science has advanced, as there is scientific validation, so this cultivation has also increased. So it's freely available, easily administered, mostly topically and orally. And we are seeing the results also very fast. And there we have this thing, like it has got low side effects. There are some, as per the Paracelsus definition, any substance can be a poison. Only the dose will will guide whether it is a poison or it for use for the treatment. So there are, along with the low side effects, that is 100% sure, and sometimes there are some toxic effects also with the plants. So now we have a scientific validation proof in that. Disadvantages: methods are localized and further dissemination is limited. So here, what are the practices? Usually there are local healers and practices. They are very limited to a particular area. So whatever the practices which are followed in India also, if we see that EVM is mostly followed in the states like Rajasthan, Kerala, and Rajasthan, Kerala, and Chennai. So there are some pockets where people are having more knowledge on this thing, and also eastern parts. So, and in some places, the knowledge is well. So the methods are localized, and and it also depends upon especially whenever we are talking about the herbs and plants, it is also depends upon the season, and also the amount of the active ingredient present in it. So whatever is present in the plant available and also it depends upon its habitat also. So whatever the present the plants available in Telangana, and the same plant if it's available in the other state, there may be a difference in there based on the soil and all that. There may be difference in the phytochemical composition. So methods are localized and further dissemination is also limited, and cures are variable as per the season. So based on the season, and it is also not that there is a seasonal availability, and based on the season, the treatment will change. And as I said, the scientific validation is very important, because if we have the scientific validation, we can once it is scientifically validated, how to scale up and how to use the correct dosage, and what is the particular these things has to be the scientific validation as per for the plants is also as per the drugs which we are doing only. The SS procedures are same. We do the in silico, in vivo, and in vitro. So we have the same validation process, and it is very difficult, especially for the plants to procure. There is a process for the and nowadays it is this validation has become as I said, there is an increase in the awareness and more scientific knowledge now because of the identification of the structure of that particular phytochemical. We are able to synthesize in the lab and also go for the scale up. Technically sometimes ineffective, sometimes it is not that every time we cannot say that this particular plant is that treatment is effective. So it has that's why I told in that it can be used as a single treatment and as a single line treatment, or it has to be used as a supplementary therapy along with the standard treatment protocol. So it differs with the type of the case and condition of the animal. Acute viral infections, mostly it is not very helpful, but we have seen in COVID, and it is also that we were all drinking the kada, and we all know the importance. I think now everybody has almost most of the percentage of the people know the effect of the kada, and it is also how to prepare kada was also published in the web page of the Ayush. So coming to the classification, identification of the medicinal plants, they are according to the parts used, according to the active constituents, and according to the period of life, whether they are annuals, biennials, or perennials, and according to their taxonomy. And I'm not going to go into the details of this because medical plant identification is done using image processing, DNA barcoding. Now, as I said, there is more scientific validation. There are boards for this plants, then NIRS, near infrared spectroscopy, and neural network. So now we have all network this thing, and also NATP, National Agri Technological Project, was the main project which has started for the validation of this particular ethnoveterinary medicine. The validation of the plant plant phytochemicals started with the NATP project. So this, as I said, the plant, it depends upon the type of the plant used, as you can see in the pictures. So these medicinal plants can be in the form of trees. They can be in the form of trees, and based on the tree also, which part of the tree, whether it is the leaves, whether it is, if you take cinnamon, it is the bark. And if you take the neem, you can use the leaves. Leaves can be dry, can be boiled. The decoction can be used as an ectoparasite. So, and the leaves, trees, and so this is we have basically trees, shrubs. We have trees, shrubs, and this asparagus also nowadays this is used. These tubers are used as are very good as antioxidants, and they're used as one of the vegetable in our day-to-day life. And also they say that whatever we are eating, our food should be the plate which we are taking should be like the colors of the rainbow. Should be like the colors of the rainbow. Then we will be very healthy. So we have trees, we have shrubs, as you can also see that herbs also there, like Bacopa moneri, which is especially used for memory purpose, and black cumin, Nigella sativa. So all these, especially there were hundreds of articles on this Nigella sativa during the COVID time. So many of the research was taken during the COVID time, and during that period, so much of literature review and all was taken about how naturally we can use it, because it is a viral infection, and how to use the supplementary drug treatment, and how to boost the immunity, and how to prevent have to treat the disease was the major these things herbs. So we have annual herbs like anise, basil, camelin. So these annual herbs, they actually is like saffron. It's a grown. It's a known practice. It is a proven thing that we use these herbs in our day-to-day life. So we have perennial herbs, we have aloe vera, sorrel. These things actually we all know and we are all using in our day-to-day, in our daily routine. Next, we have this biennial herbs, the caraway seeds. That is your caraway seeds are very commonly used. Primrose. So these are some of the examples for the biennial herbs. So this Botanical Survey of India. So this particular, what all medicinal plants we have, the databases, if you want to search anything, we have Botanical Survey of India. And actually Botanical Survey of India, they are giving some services, and also they are giving, we can write a project to them and have our herbal garden in our, and as per the curriculum also, the third year curriculum also, we have one lecture outline on BVSC and BVSC and AHA. Third year we have a curriculum in chemotherapy, that is unit 4. We have a curriculum medicinal plants, and in that there is a mention about the medicinal plants. We will teach them how regarding the medicinal uses of this particular plants. So now it is a part of the curriculum, and also there are many. I will also share the slide where many departments, they are giving funding for the development of these herbal gardens. And in Hyderabad also we have an government of Telangana. They have one herbal and spice garden which is there in the Necklace Road. So this is open for the visitors, and there are so many species of plants in there. So projection of this slide is only to that awareness that everywhere, and the time has come for the awareness of this particular medicinal plants. Not only, as I said, Ayurveda, it is a harmony among the ecosystem. So it's just a slide I have projected, the Botanical Survey of India, where we find the databases, medicinal plant databases. And this maybe everybody knows that we have now the Ayush, there is a department called Ayush, and many projects, it is Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, and Siddha, and Homeopathy. So this Ayush, now with the Ayush, once this Ayush department has what, it is funding many projects for this, especially to do the experimentation and scientific validation on so many on this, especially the traditional system of medicine. Now the importance has come, and people have started using it, and so the percentage of research for the natural products has increased. So this is the activities, and this Ayush has started the National Medicinal Plant Board. So it has started the the National the Medicinal Plant Board, and this board is present in all the and it has got databases and regarding all the species of the plants. We have now proper databases for the plants and their medicinal uses, and we have National Medicinal Plant Board established under this Ayush e-Cherak, and every state has got a like Telangana's state medicinal board is also state medicinal plant board is also present. And this, especially if you want to establish a herbal garden at your college or premises, actually we have established, we have collected some plants, and whatever the place which we have in our college, like if you have 100 square yards or 200 square yards or whatever this, you can designate that particular area for establishing a medicinal garden, and and it is also a part of the curriculum. I think there will be a lot of encouragement. This is also just a port to see that how much of import different companies. It's only, I have taken it from the website only. It is there on their web first page only. So how much tons of this medicinal plants are being procured, and they have been in the market. That is to show that I have used this slide. So, then to create the awareness, Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav campaigning by the National Medicinal Plant Board, Ministry of Ayush. So they have started this Ayush Aapke Dwar. So they have started giving the samplings of some plants for free, so that to increase the awareness among the awareness among the societies. And under this was a program which started from 2021, and they are also supplying some samples. And this is a very good initiative. Nowadays, even if the people are living in the individual houses or apartments, they at least they are keeping one lemongrass plant and one tulasi, and if they want, they will pluck two and they're making the herbal teas. So the awareness has come to that extent that so it is always a very good initiative. Even you are not up, there are so many plant boards that which give the projects for bringing this awareness, and I feel this as an opportunity only to create the awareness. So here there is whenever we are talking about the plants, this is very important. So plants have got primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Primary metabolites are only directly contributing to the growth and development of the plant, and secondary metabolites are producing substances that have the actual phyto composition is present in the secondary metabolites. So they are from so secondary. The distribution is so whenever we take a plant material, so there's primary metabolites is for the growth of the plant, and secondary metabolites. These secondary metabolites are the actual active ingredients and phytocompounds which we are using as a treatment for the medicines. So, and these secondary metabolites are usually the defense system of the plant. They are usually the defense system of the plant, and they are produced during the non-growth part of the plant. So whenever the plant is grown to its mature stage, at that time, the concentration of the metabolites is more during whenever the plant is mature. Then the constitution of the phytochemicals is more. So these secondary metabolites are the actual active ingredients or phytochemicals, phytoconstituents for the treatment. So as we have seen the protein primary metabolites have only the proteins, carbohydrates, lipids for the growth of the plant, and secondary metabolites are alkaloids, phenolics, terpenoids, steroids. These are all the actual components of the plant. So what is, and here there is another important this thing, as we know that the plant has got primary metabolites and secondary metabolites, and secondary metabolites are like more other phytoconstituents or phytocomponents which we are which we are using as a for the treatment purpose. So if we take then example of piperine. Now, piperine is the phytochem compounds, and is piper longum is the that is black pepper. So in that black pepper has got an phytoconstituent that is piperine. So that piperine, whenever the plant gets matured, then only the seed is there. So that so these are the secondary metabolites. And here there is another this thing is previously there was one notion that we have to use the whole plant material for this thing, but now we are going with the extracts. So we are going with the extracts for the scientific validation. We are going with the extracts, where the extracts can be an aqueous or aqueous or methanolic or ethanolic extracts. But more than the aqueous extracts are easy to do, and methanolic extracts will take some time. And with metabolic extracts, the important thing is what are the phytocomponents which are present in the plant. They get concentrated in this ethanolic extract, and with this ethanolic extract, we can go with 50%, 70%, 80%, or 90% and use it for this. And the advantages, if you can see between the whole plant and this thing, with in vitro studies with the whole plant, it is if we take a whole plant, it is very difficult, and it can, if it an extract, we can establish the in vitro studies, pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, acute toxicity studies, subchronic toxicity studies, carcinoid, and scientific validation. the extract testing is the main. So now what we are doing is we are not using the whole plant, we are doing the from extract. Now we have gone a level beyond the extract preparation. Now we are able to identify the exact structure of this particular thing, and we are getting that particular extract actual active ingredient, and that actual ingredient, but whenever we are going with an extract, the cost is very economical. But when we are going with the active ingredient or phytochemical compound exact this thing, then it is very costly. So this is the difference between the whole plant and previously they say that whole plant has to be used because whole plant has got all the if you use the whole plant, it is always better. Now we are telling now the concept is that we have to use which part of the particular plant has a phyto active ingredient, only that particular part has to be used. And establishing the NOAL is no observed adverse effect level. It is possible with the phytocompound because here there is no interference with the other structures. If it is suppose an alkaloid, we'll exactly extract that particular alkaloid and we'll be using it. So there will not be the exact dose we can achieve at the exact dose, and we can achieve at exact pharmacokinetic and PD studies only with the extracts, and even more with the actual compound. So now we have started, previously we used to do with the extracts because extracts are very economical, and now the research is more with the extracts and also the pure compounds. I was telling that classification of secondary metabolites, we have nitrogen-free secondary metabolites, terpenes, phenolics, and these things, and alkaloids, nitrogen-containing secondary metabolites. So nitrogen-free secondary metabolites, we have terpenes. Terpenes, we have monoterpenes. I'm not going into the details of these things. What are the actual constituents of these things? Because we have phenolics, we have peppermint oil, thymol, menthol, sage, liminoids from the neem, and all these things comes under the nitrogen-free secondary metabolites. We have also we have got flavonoids, indole alkaloids, flavonoids like quercetin and rutin. Many people must be knowing that we have done a lot of research for a PG, PhD students with rutin, which is having more of anti-inflammatory effect. So here we have taken the actual active compound rutin, and we have done the experiment. We have taken the actual quercetin and taken the we have done the experiment, and we have got very good results. And nitrogen containing secondary metabolites, this is as per the chemical composition we are talking, this atropine, codeine, which is used as the cough syrups, and glycosides like digitalis. So every plant secondary metabolites, the nutshell of this thing is all plant secondary metabolites are the active phytoconstituents of the for treating the diseases. So coming to the herbal collection, what are some advantages and disadvantages? We have seen that this is very important, how to collect the herbal compound, which stage we have to so leaves, flowers, and fruit should not be collected when they're covered with dew or rain, and they have to be collected whenever the flowers are flowers when they're fully opened, and rhizome and aerial parts are matured. Suppose if this is what the cultivation is, or suppose even for turmeric also, if turmeric, when we grow the turmeric, when the leaves become whittled, or the leaves, that is the right time for that. We know that there is the rhizome has fully grown, at that time only we will pluck that turmeric plant. So this which stage we have to collect that herbal correction, that is very important. And that is, and when that particular stage and that particular this thing only, we will have, as I told, we'll have the more of the we'll have more the medicinal inputs from that particular plant. So these are some general procedures for the time of the collections. Leaves, flowers, and fruits should not be collected when covered with dew or rain. And leafy drugs which are discolored or are attacked by insects or slugs should be ejected. And bark is usually collected after a period of damp weather, and collection of gums, resins, etc. should be made in dry weather. And care should be taken to exclude vegetable debris as far as possible, because it is from the natural parts, and underground parts must be freed from the soil. So these are some of the stages, and whenever we see, even as a traditional thing in our houses also, when everything is for herbal, it is shade dried. They don't put it under the direct sunlight. So shade dried, we do the shade drying because the shade drying will with the shade drying the moisture is lost, but the active phyto component is not lost. So now I'm going to the general. What now I'm this slides will be the different herbal recipes for the different infections, and these things we this all these treatments are scientifically validated, and only those things I am presenting here, and in references I have given from where I have collected these things. And the Tamil Nadu Veterinary College, they have a diploma course on EVM, and also the Kerala, as far as I know, the Kerala Veterinary College also has a course on EVM, and the National Dairy Development Board also has released some what are the EVM recipes, and also you can directly go to the National Dairy Development Board's website. I've also given in the references, and they have given how to prepare the recipes with in every language. So it is there in all the languages, and also every language booklet is there, and every language videos are also presented there. So these are scientifically, I am not collected this thing like this, and I because these are proven, scientifically validated. So I am just presenting these things. So for respiratory tract infections, we can take, as we all know, we can take, but how much to take and what to take, and the dose was the scientifically validated and documented in that. So we have to take the leaves of tulasi 100 grams, leaves of Ethnoveterinary vasica 100 grams, ginger 50 grams, jaggery 100 grams, boil in 1 liter of water and administer 10 to 250 ml of decoction 2 to 3 times daily for the large animals, and half the dose for calves, sheep and goat. And whatever this Adatoda vasica also, I have just presented this plant. Whatever the plants here which were given in the presentation, if you want to know it in your vernacular or language, please go to the databases. As I showed, the databases are there with in the websites are there. You can find out from that. So this is the general respiratory tract diseases. We all know this, and these things are very easily available for us. And this Adatoda vasica, we think this is only one you find that it is very difficult to do. This plant is very, once you plant this, it will sustain, and we can use it for years together. I have planted this some of these things in my college herbal garden also. Eye injuries. So eye injuries, leaves of bimba and castor communis. So their pitch of salt they add, and the juice is applied for a few drops in the eyes. So we can use this in the eyes. Poisonous bites and food poisoning. So this is one we all know that leaves of betel leaves, tulsi, pepper, dried ginger, each 10 grams are pound together and mixed in warm water and administered orally. So even and mixed orally. For poisonous bite, few drops of the extract are instilled into the eyes of the animal. So whenever this is about the poisonous bites, and with this ginger, dry ginger, sonti, we will be using in our house for respiratory tract, this thing also. Whenever we have a common cold and all, at home, what we do is we take milk with turmeric, or we'll take milk with pepper, and we will drink. So this, and also if we are using, for tea also, we will take the ginger tea and sonti tea. So these things are there. For these things, we need not go anywhere. These are like remedies from our kitchen. So if we are not finding one or two remedies from the recipe, it is okay, but you can still use these medicines. Foot and mouth disease, this is very, this thing. So here, turmeric 200 grams, coconut kernel 1 extract, kernel extract from 1 coconut, aloe vera 200 grams, palm jaggery, 200 grams, common salt 100 grams, garlic 100 grams, pepper 50 grams, and cumin 50 grams, fenugreek 50 grams. So these all things are grinded and make up the volume to 1 liter. And you have to filter the liquid, and 100 ml for the adult animals and 50 ml for the sheep. Before giving the treatment, we can also give feed the animals with bananas and soaked in sesame oil, so that it will be easy for the animal to take it. So this is the remedy for the foot and mouth disease. Panchagavya for animal health. Okay, mix this Panchagavya. You can give it once in a month for just for the health, to solve the infertility problems, and so to solve as a general immunity also, or to boost the general immunity also. It can be given once in a month. So Panchagavya for animals is same like this thing. Humans mix 5 products of cow: dung 1 kg, urine 1 liter, milk 1 liter, curd 1 liter, ghee 100 grams, add 2 bananas and sugarcane juice in 1 liter in plastic barrel, and allow it to fermentation for 1 week. And then you can administer 200 to 300 ml of Panchagavya monthly once to sheep and goat, 100 ml. And this preparation, as I said, is given here. It will overcome the infertility problems, and also it is a very good immuno booster also. It is very good. And if you see all these things, this can be prepared very easily at our at home. Primary health treatment for deworming. If you see the ingredients here, you have tumbai leaves and neem leaves, turmeric, garlic, black pepper, cumin, and mustard and bitter gourd. And preparation, Krupati Vellam. Actually, this is these things. This is in the vernacular language of Tamil. I think it can if you search in the net, you can get in your own vernacular languages, because I have taken this from the EVM of Tanvasu. So you can grind what all the dry ingredients are there, that you have to grind cumin, mustard, and pepper, and mix the remaining ingredients and grind it into paste form and make it in a small balls, and you can feed it to the animals. So we all know that it can be made into small balls and feed it to the animals. This is very economical, and you can do it every 6 months, especially this is important for the cow, this calves and sheep and goat also. Deworming is very important. Coming to the PPR. So there is we all know that there is no, as per the standard treatment guidelines. This is as per the standard treatment guidelines. Fluid, it includes the fluid therapy based on the clinical assessment of dehydration and bacteria to treat the secondary bacterial infections. So this is the vitamin C and B complex, and this is as per the standard treatment guidelines. And if we come to this herbal treatment, so we have cumin here again, same. If you all look at from the past 4 or 5 recipes which we are reading, the most common thing which you are finding is your cumin, jeera, turmeric, black pepper, Moringa oleifera leaves. Actually, this Moringa oleifera leaves nowadays, it has got so much. Every week, at least in week, one of the vegetable which is cooked in the households is this Moringa leaves. And even now with their Moringa leaves, as they have started cultivation in such a way that even now Moringa leaves they are fed to the sheep and goat, and also the cattle. It's fed in a larger quantities. Fenugreek, menthulu, that and allium sativum, garlic, and panay vellam, that is this thing, jaggery type, and it is 500 grams. So if you see in a recipe, if you don't find 1 or 2 ingredients also, you can always mix these things and give it to that animal, because we know that we know the proven advantages of medicinal these things, and these things we are daily use in our cooking of the. And Indians are healthy. We are very healthy. We are very blessed, I can say, because we use this in our daily cooking practices. We use cumin powder, we use dhania powder, we use chili powder, we use garlic, we use ginger, all these things we are using in our day-to-day life. And the same things which are available in our kitchen, we can also use it for our animals. Yeah, coming to the next is mastitis. So we have aloe vera, turmeric, and calcium hydroxide. So remove the milk completely from the affected quarter as well as other quarters of the udder and wash. These are the general instructions which we say when we are talking about the mastitis. So we have to cut the aloe vera leaves and cut into small pieces and ground to make them a paste, and in a mixer grinder add turmeric powder and calcium hydroxide to the aloe vera paste and mix well in the mixer grinder, and reddish brown paste will be formed because of calcium hydroxide, and handful of the paste can mix in 200 ml of water to form a solution of the above paste. Apply the herbal solution all over the udder 10 times in a day for 5 days. So you can, whenever this, especially this works well whenever you in the initial stage, whenever the mastitis is in the initial stage, we can prepare. This is very easy and it is readily available at our in our kitchen. So this can be used in like we know that if there is animal is affected with mastitis, even with one quarter, then one teeth is affected also, the milk production will come down very drastically. So in initial stages, and I was telling you, based on the condition of the animal, these particular things can be treated as the single line treatment or as an supplementary therapies. Diarrhea, again, whenever there is, this is a standard treatment guidelines for the diarrhea. We give balanced isotonic fluids and ringus lactate, intestinal protectants and absorbents like kaolin and pectin mixtures, 30 grams punch for calf and sheep and goat twice daily orally for 3 days. And we also use probiotics. And if there is a temperature, we go with the NSAIDs. But here we have a simple treatment for diarrhea. Grind 1 handful each of tender leaves of pomegranate, tender leaves of neem, and tender leaves of guava with dried ginger 50 grams, jaggery 100 grams, and make 3 bolus and administer 1 bolus at a time for 3 times until the diarrhea goes off. So instead of starting the medication, if it is an initial stage, we can also do this. And this in the advantages and disadvantage of EVM, ethnoveterinary practices, we have seen this is the advantage. They are easily available. One thing is the first, the advantage we have said is it is easily available, and it is very economical also. Blue tongue in sheep. So when blue banana fruits with sesame oil and oil and feed to animals for 2 to 3 times. Half a liter of oil with 20 bananas can sufficient to treat 20 sheep. Next, this is one treatment. We can half a liter of oil with 20 bananas. We can mix on half a liter of oil of sesame oil. We can mix 20 bananas and it will be sufficient for 20 sheep, and it has to be fed 2 to 3 times. And next, we can also take the pulp of aloe vera 100 grams. Has to be administered daily till animal recovers. Along with that, we can also administer the pulp of aloe vera. Aloe vera acts as a dewormer and also is used to prevent as a preventive measure in the rainy season. So whenever the rainy season starts, most of the diseases will start in the rainy season, and this can be used like a general medicine. As I said, Panchagavya can be used as a general medicine. Okay, timpani. Timpani, this is a standard protocol where we can introduce a stomach tube to relieve the fragrance, and trocar and cannula, and we definitely use imethicone, administer antihistamines, and tying a stick to the mouth to promote production of excessive saliva. These things, this is a practice which we have seen in first line natural products. We'll be using plant products, animal products, and other things. In other things, like we use this type of to increase the saliva, we can use techniques like this. So for this, 200 ml each of castor oil and lukewarm water are shaken well and administered orally at 4 to 6 interval period. And betel leaves 10 grams, 20 grams of adrak, 10 grams of pepper, 10 grams of garlic and rock salt. 50 grams are added to lukewarm water and administered at 6 hours interval for large animals, and quantity can be reduced as per the body weight for the small and small ruminants. The same recipe, but you can reduce the dose and give it to the small ruminants. Endoparasites. So we have here endoparasites, we have leaves of Vitex nigundi. This is a slide of Vitex nigundi and aloe vera neem seeds and Androgaphis paniculata. This is the second one which you are seeing with like flower-like thing is the Androgaphis paniculata. And calotropis are taken 1 kg each and all are ground well by sprinkling little water and filtered, and add 4 liters of herbal mixture can be obtained and which is stored can 1 month, and 30 ml of extract is taken and administered for one adult sheep or goat, and for younger animals you can give 10 ml to arrest the loose motions, and the results in the solid dung. So normally the dung is watery and free from and it will be free from the odor and increase the grazing efficiency. Animals will look healthy. So whenever there is an endoparasites, we all know this. We are studying like we have seen in the fields also. The skin coat is very rough, and so by seeing the animal also we can say that it must be having the parasitic infection, the pot belly condition endo. So for endoparasites we can try this method. Foot and mouth disease, again this is the xylem. One is for taking inside and other one is xylem which we can apply. So here it is sesame oil 1 liter, haldi 50 grams, garlic 50 grams, neem leaves 100 grams, leaves of mehanti, Lavosinia inermis. So please for vernacular this thing you can look into the database, and 10 grams could be Ecalpia indica because the scientific name is there. You can find it very easily from the Google search engines, the vernacular names of this particular scientific name, or if you put the vernacular name will come so that it will be easy. 10 grams. Grind herbal items, mix with oil and filter this. Xylem can be stored in a bottle, applied continuously till cure. So this is the xylem which can be given, and coconut oil 500 ml and datura leaf extract 500 ml and taken together and boiled for 1 hour and put off the fire and add 5 grams of copper sulfate and stir. But this xylem can be used for all types of wounds. So this can be used for all types of wounds, including maggot wounds. In any type of wound it can be used, and feed the animal with gruel. So whenever there is foot and mouth disease, the animal will be having mouth lesions and foot lesions, as we all know. Previously, we have seen what we can do for this thing. So this we have to give gruel with ragi, wheat, bajra and jaggery. So gruel form the animal can take very easily. I think these things are are suggested to the farmers regularly. So poisonous bite, we can give this particular leaves like pepper nigrum, small onions, banana tree extract, and cumin and bitter leaves and salt, and can be grind and given and mixed and applied as administered orally with 100 grams of jaggery as a small bolus. The small balls should be impregnated with common salt and administered only once. Ectoparasites, again, we all know these particular sitaphal seeds and sitaphal leaves are present everywhere. So we can use garlic, tulsi, neem leaves, turmeric, sitaphal seeds, each 10 to 20 grams are grounded together and boiled in 250 ml of neem oil and applied over the surface of the body. And we can also boil tobacco stalks 250 grams in 2 liters of water and 5 liters of water and sprayed over the body of 10 to 20 animals. We can make tobacco stalks can be made, and this we can use it as a spray. And it is very, and that garlic, tulsi, neem we can apply on the body, and we can use as a spray, and this is one treatment which can be used as a spray and also can be applied onto the body so that there will be no ticks come. And once there is a wound, that it will become very it may become into a maggot wound also. This is herbal mixer. This is like herbal mixer. Previously, we used to get Himalaya Battisa. So when I was there, we used to get this Himalaya Battisa as a rate contract. I don't know now whether it is available. And now we have many companies like Dabur, Gentex, so many Ayurved, so many companies we are coming with these herbal mixers, and people are using. And I seen a lot of prescriptions for this thing. And here is just herbal mixture for these things. As if you see everywhere, the common ingredients you find is the black pepper, cumin, haldi, fenugreek, ginger, garlic, aloe vera, betel leaves, tulsi, Tinospora cardifolia, salt 100 grams, and Tinospora cardifolia is also 50 grams. It is not mentioned here. Jaggery 100 grams, curry leaves 100 grams, coconut 100 grams, and sodium bicarbonate 100 grams. And we can first grind all the dry items and then grind all fresh ones to that, add all fresh ones to the mixture and add jaggery and rock salt and make it into a bolus, and we can give, this gives relief along with digestive problems. To some extent, reproductive problems can also be covered under this. This is a general herbal mixture for the ruminants. So previously we used to get Himalayan Batisa as a stomachic. This I'm just projecting this slide because if you go to the Google search engines, there are so many articles written by so many articles published where the practices are, what are the practices they are doing, and they have given the statistics. So just for this idea, I'm telling you the percentage of responders and their percentage it is in the, I think, Tamil Nadu. This is just for have an understanding. I have given this. Like this, there are so many articles from the Rajasthan, different areas. We have seen so many articles. Coming to the future research, we need better dosing. Scientific validation is a must. And now I said from the extracts, we have gone to the level of the phytochemicals. So what we are doing at college is we are taking that compound like piperin, galangin, plumbagin from the what you call ashgard plumbagin we are taking. So we know what ashgard has got now, and we know now what the pepper has got now. So we have that particular active compound structure is known. So we are taking that active ingredient and we are using that active ingredient in the powder form and in the extract form as an aqueous form, or giving it orally and all. We are checking like that. Now we can also see the nano formulations. So now the better delivery system is needed, scientific validation is needed, and the problem with the herbal plant products is the scale up. So whatever we are getting now, it has become very costly because the for raw materials requirement is very large, and the amount of the phytochemical we get is very small. Once we know the structure, we are knowing the structure. Now the primary research is that whatever the structure we are now getting, we are going to to scale up, to that level, and to get it in that form of system where it can be administered as tablets and all. It is becoming very costly, and that cost has to be cut, and better delivery systems, and we can also go for the nano formulations and methods for quality assurance. Again, it is a problem. There are different as it involves a lot of quality assurance is also a problem. Clinical studies for standardization of drugs and dosage regimes has to be that is the major things which in future we have to think of this, all these things. So these are the different boards where you can apply and get for a funding for the establishment of a herbal garden. We have if you have even if you have 100 square yards also you can establish. What we have done is only we have got all the plants for free from the medicinal and aromatic project from the horticulture university. They have a medicinal and aromatic garden. So they have provided us, we have purchased the plants from there and we have established, and that will not cost more because it is a government. Each plant will have 10 rupees or 20 rupees. And I said the Telangana Medicinal Plant Board, they are giving plants for free. So you can purchase the GHMC also. We find some medicinal plants which they are giving on a free basis. So you can establish herbal gardens in whatever the place we are working. Especially I'm talking about the colleges, and then it will be a good awareness for the students. That's what we are trying to do in our colleges. These are the references. I said I took it from the Tamil. So this is, you can find everywhere. And as it told, Tamil Nadu Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, they are having a diploma course. People interested can do the diplomas. And all course from both this Tamil Nadu Veterinary University, the veterinary, the distance education, and also the Kerala Veterinary has this EVM medicine. And I took this from Wikaspedia and also National Dairy Development Board. As I told, it has got in all vernacular languages and also all where. Or this is not what I have collected some from somewhere. It is already available for the creating the awareness, and it is also, I said, even the Ayush has also started they starting distributing some samplings to the household. And the present thing is that, as I said, the future prospectus, we have to work on that, and the more scientific validation is important. Thank you.